So, first lock, 2 incidents.
I'm not telling you should go and rob a mail train, but if you get your hands on 58 million, it'd be alright, wouldn't it? But yeah, the answer to how much is...
Stay tuned until the end of the video and we're going to tell you how we came to buy Border Reiver.
Hi, we're Jackie and Michael and we're exploring the rivers and canals of Britain on our 57-foot narrowboat Border Reiver. We'll show you what it's like to live day to day on a narrowboat, and we'll arrive in some beautiful places next to the water. We go and explore the areas we've moored at for the night, and we'll take you with us. So leaving Leighton Buzzard, bit of a late one.
Yeah, and a windy one.
Yeah.
And wet.
It's 3 o'clock.
I know.
In the afternoon. This is our first time we're leaving. We normally leave in the morning, about 10ish, but we've had some things to do in Leighton Buzzard. Just about to set off now, and it started to rain. So deep joy. Looking forward to a bit of a cruise. Should be good. We've got to run the engine anyway to get some hot water, so we thought, well, we might as well do an hour or something. At least that then warms the water up, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, absolutely.
What did you make of Leighton Buzzard?
I liked Leighton Buzzard, yeah. It's, yesterday was nicer to have a look around, looked at a few things, find a few things out. It's the home of a very famous 1980s pop band. Can you guess who it is?
Or are you too shy?
I was too shy.
Oh.
Hang on.
Looks like there's a bit of a gap. Jack's had to jump the gap.
Border Reivers.
Somebody's just asking us if we were Scottish because of the name of the boat. No, we're not.
No, actually, that wasn't the only interesting fact about Leighton Buzzard. It's also was the long-term home of the Rothschild family. It's quite a famous British family, and they lived here and had a house in the main square, which is now a bank.
Come on, can you throw that? Oh, we've done it. Which is now a bank.
Now a bank.
Well, that bank brings us to another famous part of Leighton Buzzard's history, which we'll tell you about shortly when we get to that point.
Aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah, we are. So that's been our mooring for last night.
Next to Tesco's.
And next to Tesco's, been and done a bit of shopping. So we're off ski now.
Great little stop for some shopping, and through there is Tesco's. Let's hope we get away without getting wet. I'm reasonably optimistic, and it actually says the sun's coming out at 6 o'clock.
What?
It does. It says bright sunshine at 6 o'clock. You won't believe it, would you?
Right now, before it gets dark.
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let's hope so.
Oh, anyways.
Always good for the solar panels.
Yeah.
Bit of sun. So, yeah, weather's changed a bit rainy, not to worry.
Yeah.
So I think we're just going to do 3 or 4 locks, aren't we?
Yep. We'll see. If it starts throwing it down, we're stopping. I've already put my marker down. So, first lock, 2 incidents. One, we've just seen a kingfisher sat on the back rope of a boat that was tied up. Just sat there, let us cruise past, didn't fly at all. Completely missed it on video. Apologies. Second, there was just come open this lock gate. There was a heron sat on the edge of the lock, as still as anything. Didn't see it at all. As I pushed the lock gate open, I obviously disturbed it and it flew off. Didn't get that on camera either. So maybe it's third time lucky with wildlife. Let's keep our eyes peeled. Such is life.
So the bridge you can see is right next to the train line, where we did tell you we'd send you another interesting fact about Leighton Buzzard. Yeah, so the bridge is next to the train line where in 1963 the Great Train Robbery took place, the British Great Train Robbery took place, making people like Ronnie Biggs and Buster Edwards and Bruce Reynolds infamous. So they held up a train right on the side of this bridge at the train track, which is right on the side of the bridge. They held up a train, a Royal Mail train, on its way from Glasgow to London, and they stole £2.6 million, and that £2.6 million is now worth the equivalent of £58 million. So then they scattered, obviously. Eventually Biggs got, most of them got arrested, and they escaped. Biggs escaped from prison. The furniture van was pulled up at the side of the wall at Wandsworth Prison, whilst Biggs was outside exercising in the yard. A ladder was dropped over the wall. Biggs got onto the ladder, climbed up it, jumped on top of the furniture van and was away. He went to Paris and had some plastic surgery. So did Buster Edwards, actually. And then Biggs made his way to Australia and eventually to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where he stayed for many, many years before being returned to the UK after an arrest. Buster Edwards made his way to Mexico with Bruce Reynolds. They lapped it up in the life of luxury, spending some of their ill-gotten gains. So Bruce Reynolds and Buster Edwards lived in the life of luxury in Mexico, spawned the film Buster, which is really good, with Phil Collins. And it was right at the side of this bridge where it all happened in 1963. 2.6 million. What could you do with 58 million pounds nowadays? I'm not telling you should go and rob a mail train, but if you get your hands on 58 million, it'd be alright, wouldn't it? One little interesting fact about this area.
Train line is just there, right in front of us.
And that's where it all happened. Such a well-planned robbery as well, with loads of people in on it. I think one of the employees on the train was in on it, if I'm not mistaken. Lots of other people were involved in its planning, as you would imagine for a heist of such monumental scale. But stick 'em up!
Your money or your life!
Give us your money! Jack and I love a bit of true crime. We've read all sorts, so if you've got any recommendations, leave us a comment about it, because we have read a lot, but if you've got any ones, especially British true crime, yeah, let us know in the comments. We love a bit of true crime. Stick 'em up!
So a woodpecker in this tree here, it's just going up. It's going up the stalk. See, that was my third bird and I caught it, I think. Bit of a dilemma. Fuel boat coming towards us. No space on the canal for three, I don't think. Or maybe there is. And they might just get through.
So these fuel boats are fantastic. They will come alongside your boat on the canal and fill you up directly from their tanks. They also carry coal and gas. So how much does it cost for us to fill our boat? So the answer to how much is, well, our boat holds 140 litres of diesel and it costs us about £150 to fill it from empty to full. That usually lasts us about 4 weeks, depending on how much we move. The engine on our boat uses about 1 litre of fuel per hour, but we also have the diesel fire on board, and that takes about half a litre an hour when we're running that in the winter. So in the winter it normally costs us, as we've said, about £150 a month. However, in the summer that can drop quite a bit because we don't use the fire. But yeah, the answer to how much is, in fuel to run a narrowboat, for us, £150 a month.
You made it. Good job you didn't meet at the bridge. Just going out of the first of the Salisbury locks and going into the second one. Quite a small distance between the two. Michael's doing the locks. Winding hole between the two locks. The wind's picked up again. It had died down completely. I mean, I think, yeah, it's just got windy all of a sudden. I mean, hey, what? Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah.
Start it opening yet, sweet. I'm back. just got off to close the other. Just got off to close the other gate for Michael and do the paddles. That was a bit of chaos. Anyway, he's done. Got one thing to say, I'm cold, it's really windy and it's dropped the temperature lows even though the sun's out. Might be the fire later, I think. So we stopped just round the corner from the 3 locks we've just come through. We're here. You'll notice I've donned my hat because it was so cold coming through those locks. I was just frozen. Michael did a sterling job. Just sorting the boat out at the end of the day, as we do. I had enough there, I think. And that's where we've just come through, the 3 locks. Quite a pretty little spot in the sun, but it was so windy. Coming from the 2nd to the 3rd lock, I got blown completely from one side of the pound to the other. It's not where I expected to end up, but I did. Anyway, we're through. And I know the boat's nice and warm because it's been closed up all day, so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting inside. Hopefully it's not going to be as windy tomorrow. The joys of boating. This is our crayfish linguine.
Yeah, we got 28 in one night last night, so we thought we'd add them to what we got, and there it goes. Yeah, 2011. Both at work full time, and I said to Jack, there must be more to life than this, and we decided to buy a boat. My idea, we decided that we were going to travel Europe on a boat, so we went to Holland in 2011, to Rotterdam, having looked at loads of boats. Eventually we chose Fizz, and she's a 33-foot Dutch steel cruiser, yeah, and we absolutely loved it. We decided to push on down to France, so...
Yep, and we sailed through, or cruised down through Holland, into Belgium and through the Ardennes region, popping out in northern France, and then thought, well, why not, let's take her to Paris. So we cruised down the Seine, into the centre of Paris, past the Ile de Notre Dame and the Eiffel Tower, didn't we?
Yeah.
Incredible experience.
Yeah, we stayed in the centre of Paris. There's a marina right in the centre of Paris, almost opposite the Eiffel Tower, where you can stay. About $15, £12 a night. We stayed there for 2 or 3 weeks.
We then moved on from Paris and went down into the Burgundy region, and cruised down around the canals down there, the Canal de Nivernais. A lot of the canals in central France are very rural, not many people, not many other boats, and certainly very sparse in terms of villages. So we had to be very logistically strong, didn't we?
Yeah, that was part of the attraction, I think. Part of the attraction was that it was very rural, it was fantastic, we loved it. Anyway, in 2014, we decided we wanted to travel a little bit more than just spending our time in France. My harebrained idea again, I decided let's get a motorhome or an RV. So we sold the boat and we sold Fizz, and here's our last cruise on Fizz. Really sad time for us because we knew we were selling it.
So even now when we're watching it, it brings back lots of emotions.
So in 2014, for some strange reason, we decided we'd sell Fizz and buy a motorhome or an RV.
The idea was we wanted to travel more around Europe and see areas of Europe that we'd never seen before.
So we took the motorhome all over Europe, went into Denmark and Sweden and Germany, down through Portugal, Spain, France. Absolutely loved it. And we had that for 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
And then the pull of the water became a bit too much. We came back to England, we sold the motorhome and we bought our first narrowboat, Amadeus. Amadeus is a 40-foot cruiser stern, a bit like Border Reiver, and we just decided we'd see whether we liked the life. Yeah. We did.
Yeah, so we thought Amadeus was just a little bit too small for us, and we thought, should we go back to France? And Michael was very much up for that. I'd loved the boating experience again, so I thought, well, why not? Let's give it another go. So we decided we were going to sell Amadeus and start to have a look for a boat in Holland again.
So towards the end of 2019, we found another boat in Holland that suited our purpose. We were going to do the same again, Holland, France, and live on it there for a while. So yeah, 2019, saw the boat, just about to fly out to Holland, and this is about March 2020. We all know what happened in March 2020. The world goes, no further movement, COVID strikes. And our heart goes out to everybody who struggled with COVID or lost anybody.
So so we were, as Michael said, we were just about to go out to Holland and have a look at a boat for the second time and make a decision on buying. And we had to delay everything. So for the next sort of year and a half, like everybody else, not being able to travel, not being able to do anything,
Britain left the EU, which meant it made it more difficult for us to travel to France to live permanently on a boat. So we decided then at that stage we needed to get back on a boat. We were missing the water.
Yeah.
And one night you were looking in this country at narrowboats. And
yeah, I was just looking on Instagram, as you do, looking at a few marinas and boat sales, and just came across a boat which we now know is Border Reiver, and said to Michael, you know, I think this ticks a lot of our boxes, right length, right layout, right kit on it.
We made an offer and we bought Border Reiver.
Yeah.
We love it. We love Border Reiver. We took it from the north of England. We've been down to the Thames, you've seen where we've been, up to Bristol, and our journeys continue.
Yeah.
I doubt whether we'll ever get back to France now on another boat, so Border Reiver's our life from now on in. Yeah, if you've got any more questions that you'd like to ask us about our life, then just leave a comment below.
So we hope you've enjoyed this little insight into our backstory.
When we wake,
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, it really helps us.
side by side, our fears are done. All the good times just begun.